G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today is April the 2nd, 2024. This is the natural gas, copper, iron ore and crude oil update. Now all have jumped slightly since our last update, hence all arrows are showing upward movement. On the heat map, we've got the various instruments highlighted with monthly, weekly, daily positioning. And today we're looking at natural gas, that first table, natural gas, crude, high-grade copper and iron ore. Still in mixed signals across the various timeframes for natural gas. US crude is all bullish, iron ore is all bearish, and high-grade copper is starting to break up into a more bullish, including on the daily. So it's neutral at the moment and looks like it might be breaking up to a long positioning in a couple of hours at least, or days. And then the other instruments for your reference, including some FOREX currencies, and I'll cover some of these in future videos. So I'll start off with natural gas. You can see here on the daily and the hourly. On the daily, the CCI 150 is broken up past its moving averages, that moving average band, and I've got a video on that separately. It's in the description below if you wish to learn how to draw that on your charting software. The ADX 25 is also just a fresh breakout on the bullish side, and that's on the daily chart. You can see that it's currently in this range between its support and resistance. Support at 1721 and resistance at 2058. Now, on the hourly chart, you'll notice as well, the CCI is broken down into that band, so it's starting to weaken after having that big spike since our last update. It was trending in this lower channel, broke up and it started, now it's bouncing off that ascending channel at the top there. So we'll see if it's going to remain in that channel or whether it's going to break to the downside. Now if I zoom out and draw a Fibonacci between those recent lows from that support up until that resistance, you can see there it's broken up past the 50% and approaching the 61%. And as I always say, that's a key area to look out for. If it breaks much higher than that, it's going to start being in possibly reverse direction from where we are today. The other thing to mention as well is if I zoom out on this 1 hour chart, I like showing you this stochastic market forecast indicator. It's a stochastic 1600, and it was oversold during this period, and it's now broken up past the 10 points and approaching the 25 level. If it breaks above that 50-point level, then we're expecting to be a lot more bullish in its nature. And again, we don't necessarily say go long at that point on the hourly alone. We have to make sure the monthly, weekly and daily timeframes are aligned. So if I position the cursor there, for example, you can see there on the daily chart, it's broken up past its moving averages on the CCI 150. And if I show you very quickly the monthly and weekly trends as well, so you can see there on the monthly it's still below the moving average range of that, so it's bearish. So in other words, you do not take long positions there. Likewise on the weekly, if I show you on the weekly chart, you can see there that's in the neutral range at the very least. So you only trade these positions when they're broken above the 50 on the 1 hour chart, when the monthly and weekly and the daily are aligned in long positions as well, or respectively when they're go short, when they're all going short on the monthly, weekly, daily. This is the US crude oil price chart. So I've got here the daily and the hourly again. Now you'll notice here it's overbought, or it's approaching the overbought territory. But back here, for example, when it broke above the 50 level, again, the monthly, weekly and daily would have been long positioning, or should have been long positioning as well before taking any long trades on the hourly. So again, you can see there on the daily it was long at that point there. On the weekly, again putting the cursor there, you can see there it's just broken above at that point there, fresh breakout. And on the monthly, likewise, it's just a fresh breakout there on that week. You would have gone long during that period. So that would have been a safe area to go long on the hourly timeframes when the daily, weekly and monthly are long. Now, if we zoom into this one at the moment, you can see that it's broken up through this previous resistance at 83.12 on the hourly, and it's actually broken past that previous high. So a nice big bullish trend at the moment for US crude. High-grade copper's showing some long positioning on the monthly and weekly and currently neutral on the daily. So you can see this is the daily chart. The CCI 150 is in the moving average range, so it's neutral, although the ADX is showing bullish movement on the daily. On the hourly, again, if I zoom out, first off, on our stochastic market forecast indicator, it's broken up past the 50 level. So during that period, predominantly would have been bullish. The CCI 150 as well is still trending up, and it's also trending in line with the price as well. We did have a bearish divergence back here, and that played out. It actually broke down and hit our target area. Then we had another bullish movement here, bullish divergence. You can see there the CCI bottoms are rising, higher lows versus lower lows on the price, and it actually bounced to hit our target area. Now I've drawn a couple of these two diagonal trend lines, one descending, one ascending, and the one ascending may be an area to look out for. The price actually might come back and rest on that moving forward, but we'll keep an eye on it. But also we've got this support at 39,979 as a minor support area. But it's been doing quite nicely in the last few weeks, a very bullish movement. If I zoom out on the daily, you can see there it's reached this resistance at 41,711 once, retraced it back down to that support, and now approaching midway between those two levels, as I said. Ultimately, if it breaks above this resistance, we're going to see it approach this major resistance up there at 43,568. Iron ore is bearish across the board on the monthly, weekly and daily timeframes. You can see here on the daily, it's still very bearish on the CCI 150 and the ADX, and it's now bounced off this minor support at 749. On the hourly, you can see on our stochastic market forecast down here, it's broken past the 50 point level and in the bearish area. So again, it's hitting this minor support on the price, and we've got this other diagonal ascending trend line, and if it breaks through this minor support, that'll be the next level to look out for in terms of a support area. Below that, if it breaks below that, the next level of major support is 657. So at the moment, zooming in, it had a slight bounce similar to the other commodities, but nothing too much to get excited about to go long. It's predominantly short still. We need to see this CCI 150 break below to be more positive on the short side. To support us more, go to the Patreon page for Pete's Investing, where we also do weekly scans of blue chip shares that are trending along on a longer and medium term timeframes. Feel free to support us there, and we'll see you in a future video.